wolves are an iconic symbol of the American West. The howl of a lone wolf grips the imagination of many, but it also stirs the hatred of others. In Northeast Oregon, there are 8 known packs, and some of those wolves are known to prey on livestock.
Seen a lot of depredations. I went to a lot of scenes where cattle have been killed or injured badly, and it's pretty horrific sometimes.
Todd Nash has been a rancher most of his life. He lives in Wallowa County and is chairman of the Oregon Cattleman Association's Wolf Committee. Nash has lost his own cattle to wolves, and he's investigated the wolf depredations on his neighbors' animals. The cattleman says wolves are unlike any other predator he deals with.
I've seen 1,000-acre pastures where the whole pasture was tracked up from wolves running the cattle all night long in a fashion that there was no way I could replicate with a horse and border collies.
Nash says unlike bears and big cats, wolves terrorize their prey. He says this increases stress, decreases weight, and lowers conception. But the biggest factor distinguishing wolves from other predators is the animal's state and federal protection, making the use of lethal control almost impossible. In the 1990s, the federal government made the choice to bring back the almost eradicated species to the northern Rockies. Eventually, the animals made it to Oregon, where their size doubles about every 2 years. Despite the comeback, wolves are still a federally endangered species in western Oregon. The border is Highway 395. To the east, the animals are only state-listed endangered species. To the west of it, wolves are both state and federally protected, a listing some people want to see changed.
I don't know of a single species that I've ever seen or worked with or know about that is more polarized than the issue of wolves.
Russ Morgan is based in La Grande. He's the wolf coordinator for the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. He says it's his job to find the balance between wolf lovers and wolf haters. This is where the state's wolf management plan comes in. He says if the animals are federally delisted, statewide wolves for the take could become a reality.
I expect clearly in the state of Oregon there will be lethal control of wolves, and I think most management programs have that as an option, and I don't see us as any different.
In fact, Oregon's first ever collared wolf, OR1, was killed after she and her companion repeatedly took out livestock. But since then, it's been increasingly difficult to use lethal control. In 2011, the state tried to take out members of the Imnaha pack, the family where southern Oregon's famous wolf, OR7, is from. But a lawsuit brought on by wildlife advocates halted the effort, and the settlement has changed how the state and ranchers can execute lethal control.
And since the lawsuit, we've never been able to get that. We're always one depredation away or one qualifying incident away, and we never seem to get there.
Nash says OR7 was with the Imnaha pack when they repeatedly preyed on his livestock. The formerly lone wolf has since moved into southern Oregon, where we now know he has a female companion, and their chances of starting a western Oregon pack are very real. Back up in Wallowa County, Nash checks his phone. He's always looking for an update from the state. The emails let him know where the packs are, giving him time to move a herd to safety. But he says this and other techniques like flattery, electric fencing, and guard dogs only work part of the time, and mostly in small enclosed spaces.
These big forest ranges where you got cattle distributed over tens of thousands of acres in timber, I don't know that there's going to be anything that's effective. I don't believe there is.
So is the option to bring them in at this point?
If we bring them in at this point, we lose.